Hi, my name is Kylee and I'm here to talk about the environmental impacts of abandoned coal mines. So what actually is an abandoned coal mine? It's basically a coal mine that has stopped production. So there are about 500,000 abandoned mines in the United States. This includes mineral ore mines as well. Most of these abandoned mines can be found in the eastern half of the United States, and then 65% of those can actually be found in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Kentucky. So as you can see on the map on the slide, a lot of the abandoned coal mines in Pennsylvania are actually located on the western side of Pennsylvania, right along the coal seams. So in school we learn about the burning of coal and how it has a lot of environmental impacts, but we never really think about the abandoned coal mines and the environmental impacts that they can have. One of the ones I want to talk about is acid mine drainage. Acid mine drainage is caused by a combination of exposed rock and the outflow of water from a coal mine. So basically what happens is when you're mining coal, you're exposing all this rock, and this rock contains something known as pyrite, which is a sulfur-bearing compound. It will interact with the air, and then when it rains, it'll interact with water as well, and it'll actually create sulfuric acid and iron. And then this sulfuric acid and iron then gets dissolved into the water and starts creating streams like this, orange streams that then flow out of the coal mines into rivers, lakes. And this is obviously very harmful for fish and plants and animals, because how can you really have an ecosystem without clean water? Fish cannot live in this. It can have as low of a pH of about 4, and fish cannot live in that. So you find that a lot of ecosystems around these acid mine drainages are just not healthy at all. They aren't, there's not a lot of wildlife and animals because there's no water. So another thing to note about this is that it's very impactful in a sense that it doesn't all happen at once. This can happen over a long time, and a long time span. It can just continuously happen from the exposed rock in the mine. I just want to point out that there are about 2,390 miles of stream in the Allegheny River Basin that has actually been destroyed by acid mine drainage. Another environmental impact are mine fires. Mine fires actually are fires underneath the ground in these abandoned coal mines. There are thousands of mine fires and we don't even realize them. And the thing is, we can't stop them from burning. One of the most well-known ones is Centralia, and people were burning their trash on May 27, 1962, and it happened to catch into a coal seam, and ever since then there has been fires underground, as you can see from the smoke coming out of the ground in the picture. The Centralia one is actually expected to continue for another 250 years. But as you can see from the smoke that comes out of the ground, this can actually cause a lot of air pollution. So about 40 tons of mercury are emitted annually from these mine fires, and in addition, about 3% of our global CO2 emissions actually can come from these mine fires that are continuously burning. Another thing to note is that air pollution is also caused by the acid mine drainage and just the abandoned coal mines themselves. So within them, there are a lot of toxic chemicals, or not chemicals, but emissions such as methane, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, and these can seep out of the coal mines and into our atmosphere. So what are we actually doing to stop all these environmental impacts? The Office of Surface Mining actually established the Surface Mining Control and Reclamation Act of 1977. So basically what that means is they're collecting money from these companies that created the coal mines and caused this problem, and they're redistributing it into states and other organizations that are cleaning up the mines, restoring the land, helping cleaning the water, that type of stuff. So it's actually had a lot of progress, and there's only about 5,200 abandoned coal mines that have yet to be restored in a way and reclaimed, which I was really excited about. Because overall, abandoned coal mines, even though they're just sitting there doing nothing, they actually can have a huge impact on our environment, and it's important that we continue to implement these solutions, especially if coal will continue moving forward. Thank you.